You and I are in the same boat, okay? With cryptocurrency, we want to know where it's gonna go. We want to know if the bottom is in. Should we invest more? Should we wait a little more? Is it going down to $8,000? And why specifically that number? What are the signals? What are the signs to see that I could tell, like, okay, this is happening now? Okay, we need to figure that out. If you're new to this channel, my name is Aaron. All I do is I research, I put my lizard brain to work, and I try to put all the pieces of the puzzle together with you, for me. If you like that kind of stuff, just leave a comment down below. Give me a subscribe, give me a like button on this video if you're feeling generous, and let's get right into this, okay? You and I saw a $17,000 Bitcoin over the weekend. It's now $20,600. I'm gonna explain why I think that's gonna happen again, the 17,000, even further. I think we'll have more opportunities to buy below, but I'm going to explain to you how I think we're going to get there, and some flash crashes and all that kind of stuff. But it's a $20,000 Bitcoin. But I want to start way back in the day. I want to start with the M1 money supply. If you don't know what an M1 money is, it's basically the amount of money in circulation in the economy. Now, when money is created, it's created by the Fed, and they create it by loaning it into existence, okay? Central banks work it, and essentially they're printing money, they're making more money, more dollar bills in the United States economy. And you could see here, this is the chart of how much circulation of this money supply was, and it's a pretty steady upward chart here. But what happens in 2008 is the Great Recession, where the housing markets collapsed, people were over leveraged, people were buying stuff that they shouldn't afford. And so what happened is the Federal Reserve bailed out everybody and printed a ton more money. So when you see this nice steady incline, you actually start to see a crazy increase in money. I mean, look at the slope, the incline slope of the money supply, of the money printing. They went crazy. And so what happened from 2008 till 2020, I would say, is that the Federal Reserve just kept printing money. A monkey could throw any kind of money into any asset into the stock market and make money. You could have bought anything in 2020, or in 2010, sorry, in 2008, 2009. You could have bought anything. It didn't matter. You would have made money. It does not matter why? Not because you're a genius. You think you're a genius, baby? No. It's because the Federal Reserve had a big hose and pushed it right into the economy and just injected money into everywhere. And when they flood the market with money, it goes into these different asset prices. It goes into businesses, it goes into housing, it goes into stocks, it goes everywhere. So if you have money into the markets, you made money. Congratulations. And what ends up happening is an extended period of time from 2008 to 2020, which is like 12 years, people get disillusioned and think they are a genius. Oh, man, I just started. I'm making money. Look at the last 5 years. Look at my portfolio in the last 10 years. All wins, baby. I know how to pick them. It didn't matter. It didn't matter. Now, what ends up happening, COVID, 2020, and to bail us out, guess what the Federal Reserve did? They printed more money. But how much money did they print? I'll show you how much money they print. Boom. Do you see this? Do you see this incline? It's not this anymore, okay? This incline is, compared to that, was astronomical, right? This is like a 45-degree incline. This right here is like, a lot more, right? And then now look at this. This is a straight. This is ridiculous, okay? It's like straight up. They printed an astronomical amount of money. So what does that mean? It means if you had money in the markets in the last 2 years, you made a lot of money, okay? But the party's over. They've recently been saying, and you know this as well as I do, the Fed is looking for an all-in inflation fight. Okay, what happens when you print this kind of money is you cause inflation. You cause the prices of everything to skyrocket, but so much so that no one can afford anything. Okay, I don't have to go down the list. I say it every week, right? Eggs go from $2 to $4. Gas doubles, 100% increase from $2 gallon to nearly $5 a gallon, over 200%, over 100% increase. Fertilizer goes up. Food is going up. It doesn't matter what you're buying. Everything went up. prices of everything went up, and it's being unaffordable. And especially people on fixed income, people who can't work, who aren't young enough, who don't have that option to make more money and just go out and get a job, they're going to suffer the most. They have no money in their accounts. They're going to suffer the most. So, inflation's happening. The Fed needs to fight it in an all-in fight. And so what is their number one way to fight inflation? Raising interest rates, okay? And raising interest rates, there's going to be some winners and some losers, okay? And I thought this was a very helpful article. Some people who are big losers, people trying to buy a home right now, okay? You can't buy a home. It's going to kill the demand for a home for people who have money in savings accounts. That's not even a real win. I don't even agree with this. That's ridiculous. But most likely, all of us are losers in the short term. Okay, if they win the fight against inflation, that's a long-term win. But I don't think there's anything you could put your money into right now that could make you money. I think everything's losing. Why? Because they are they're burning that money out of existence in the money supply. And they're going to be doing this up until September. This is called, that restricting here. So they're taking money out of the system. They're taking liquidity out of the economy. They're taking all that kind of stuff. And so you're going to start to see asset prices fall. Okay, doesn't matter what you're in, housing, stock, doesn't matter. Okay, it's all going to fall. And so what ends up happening is we start to see the assets prices fall, and things start to becoming unaffordable with higher interest rates. This is my home price. Medium home price $400,000, down payment $80,000. If I have an interest rate of 2, which is my real interest rate, 2.65%, I have a $1,600 monthly payment. Okay, that's kind of expensive, but people can afford that. Interest rates right now, 6%. Did you see how much that jumped? That jumped like almost $1,000, $800. Okay, so if I'm at 2.6. That's $1,600 versus 6%. That's $2,200. That's like $600. That's ridiculous. And people are expecting it to go even higher. People are expecting to go even higher. $1,000 extra. Just wealth stealing decisions being made in the Fed. Okay. Now we've got some other headwinds here. Headwinds being like things that are going to make it difficult for us to make some money in the market. And here's some of it. Global food crisis looms as fertilizer supplies dwindle. Okay, what's happening with fertilizer? It's being more expensive. It's not coming out because of the war in Ukraine and Russia. These guys are supplying fertilizer to different parts of the world. But with farming, it takes a longer time for us to harvest these crops. So we're looking at September, October for people to start harvesting their crops. That's why we have these like fall festivals, harvest. It's because that's when it happens, the harvest. But with reduction in fertilizer, we're going to have a reduced food price, and I don't think that's priced into the market yet. So come September, we have a lot to see. Those food prices are going to skyrocket. It's going to drive a lot of poverty. It's going to drive people out of the markets. People are going to be wondering what the heck is happening with food prices soaring. It's going to be a big problem. Here's the other one, Tether. We see these big companies like Terra Luna is getting liquidated. Celsius is going down. Luna is going down. Celsius is going down. We could be looking at Tether. 3 Arrows just recently over the weekend's going down. Look, what happens is these big players need to go to zero. And it's gonna shock us. It's gonna shock the whole system, especially something like Tether, one of the biggest stable coin. That could be a very big problem here. Okay, 3 Arrows just broke up, and so rightly so, we have a 9 extreme fear into the market. The reason why I think we dropped down so drastically in this last weekend is because it was a 3-day weekend. I got this from the Pomp podcast. And they said that in a 3-day weekend, people aren't filling the market with money. So when money's not coming into the market, everything's dropping. We're having another 3-day weekend with 4th of July coming up here. I think that's a big deal. I think we're going to see some major volatility there. Just be prepared. But in the long run, I think we're seeing real big downturns all the way up until September. Here's my plan. I expect to see a $15,000 Bitcoin sometime between now and September. Not sure when that's going to come. I think that's going to come faster than I'd like to see it. But we need to prepare. How do we prepare? We work. We get a second job. We make sure that our job right now is stable. We do everything we can to make more money on the side. Because this is the greatest buying opportunity of our lifetime. These next 2 years, at least until 2023, will be a huge opportunity, and then maybe 2024. This time is the time to be investing. When fear is at 9, when we've got headwinds against us, I get excited and scared that we're venturing into the unknown right now, because this is the best time to buy. Whatever you can do, we have to prepare for the next 2 years for investing in crypto. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.